The following is a presentation on the Donniesport 17 Network.
If you want it, don't sweat it, homie, go get it. If you're trying and it gets you down, don't let it. Take it from me, man, I've been around, don't sweat it. It's all better when you go from this. If I want something, I'ma go get it. At first it be all struggle, then it's all credit. See, back in the day, getting on was mad hectic. Looking for my start in hip-hop like Cedar and Sedgwick. I knew I loved music, ideas sparked the fuse lit. I had talent.
Since I do a lot of sports here on the Donniesport 17 Network, so here at the Hall of State, they have an exhibit to honor the legends that has played their sport here in this state. And they teamed up with the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. And no telling what do we have outside or inside. But I have a good feeling about this exhibit because I think it's time to not only show off all the great sports legends that's played in this state, and there's been plenty of them. The Texas Sports Legends event, and hopefully it may have some well-known folks to have a meet and greet and ask people about it. That'll be an excellent Donniesport football show. Stories from the Gridiron exhibit. Anyway, we'll check it out. Let's see what's oh boy. This is like I mentioned, this is one of the reasons why I come to the state fair this year, because when I heard this is being put together, I couldn't be more enthused. I mean, Texas is dripping with sports history, and you're looking at recent edition of it, the San Antonio Spurs winning the NBA title this year, beating the Miami Heat. One more time, beating LeBron James and Miami Heat. Did I say that the Spurs beat LeBron James and Miami Heat? Looking at the guy that has been there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NBA titles. Tim Duncan, guy never ages. It's unbelievable. And this is the guy that orchestrates all those titles. And he's definitely an NBA coaching legend now, definitely. And Greg Popovich, or as they call him, Pop, I tell you, he's a good coach. He's a good coach, and tell you what, 5 NBA titles. That says a lot. Now, of course, since we're here in Dallas, I have to show you this. Opening night, NBA 2014. You're looking at the teams that'll go head to head, and these two teams battled in a thrilling Game 7 first-round match with the Spurs, actually putting away the Dallas Mavericks. But let's not forget, 2011, Mavericks won the title. And you look at the guy, that's his jersey right there. And like I said, other teams, we're going to go upstairs, there's a lot more stuff. But Natasha Lumpkin won a gold medal for gymnastics. And also we have hockey here in Dallas. There's the Dallas Stars. Jamie Benn, Canadian hockey hero, the Olympics this past year. Got a goal that beat Team USA and helped win the gold medal for Canada. And that's his jersey, and that's the skates that he wears. And that's donated Natasha Lumpkin, who won titles in the Olympics. That's her outfit, and that's the medals that she won. Lovely jewelry there. And there he is, the man, the Diggler, the man from Germany. They took a chance on him in 1999. A lot of people say, gee, be crazy to have a waste a draft pick on a German player that we don't know. Thank goodness they took the chance, because he's been a great ambassador for basketball here in Dallas. And I think he has 3 more years in him. Enjoy what he does. Because what he does is good stuff. Dirk Nowitzki, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, track and field's big in Texas. Carl Lewis has won many gold medals. And you got Michael Carter, who was a big discus guy and shot put guy for SMU. He later became a stellar player for the 49ers. And Michael Johnson, oh yes, ran track at Baylor, and he was burning all kinds of records, winning all kinds of medals in the Olympics as well. Like I said, track and field, big sport in Texas. And so is gymnastics. And I think in Texas in gymnastics, there's 2 people you might want to put your finger on. Bella and Martha Caroli. They coached a lot of up-and-coming gymnastics that later became gold medal Olympic stars. And speaking of Olympic stars, the grace, the smile, what can you say? Mary Lou Retton. I mean, 1994 Olympics, it was her time, it was her year. And how can you get that electric smile of hers? Wow. And you're looking at all the clothing that they wore. Let me stand back, give you a nice, good look. Of course, we all remember that nice looking jacket there. And if you do well in the Olympics, they give you a box of Wheaties. They grace your picture on it. And like her. And this is the golden shoe that Michael Johnson wore in the Olympic Games in Atlanta. And this college Olympic outfit. And Carl Lewis had a look as well. And let me swing you over. Boxing. Texas is all over when it comes to boxing. I think one person, Texas, George Foreman. You like him for his boxing ability. You like him for the fact that he makes grills that make non-cooking people chefs. There he is, George Foreman right there. There he is. And George came out of retirement. He did a pretty good job, in my opinion. And Curtis Coates. Let's not forget him. Many people talk about George Foreman. Let's not forget Curtis Coates. He's from Dallas. He also won some titles. First World Boxing Championship, undisputed. And he defended that title many times over. And we gotta go way, way back. Jack Johnson. And Jack Johnson was your old school boxer. And there's a lot of pictures of when he was doing that. Very good. Kind of laid the groundwork for a bunch of other things in the future. Of course, when you're talking about hockey, of course, we saw the future of the Dallas Stars with Jamie Benn. But when it comes to hockey in Dallas, it all begins with Mike Modano. And when the Stars came to Dallas back in '94, Mike Modano was the rock star, the front man for the Dallas Stars. I mean, If it wasn't for him, you'd still be trying to figure out how to play the sport. But with Mike Modano and the Dallas Stars having success, and Mike Modano, talk about a career of careers. I mean, look at him. I mean, he won a Stanley Cup, helped win a Stanley Cup. He helped USA to win gold medals in team play. Also, as I say, he's also inducted to the United States Hockey Hall of Fame and also the Hockey Hall of Fame. And this is showing highlights of what he does, and it's always a thrill to see him score goals and to see him go to the record books and all kinds of fun stuff this guy's done. Wow. Deadly backhand. A screamer, right pass. Deep moves. And this is his little section of jerseys and hockey sticks and pucks that he used. Like if Dirk Nowitzki was the ambassador for basketball in Dallas, Mike was the ambassador for hockey here in Dallas. And this place here, oh, we'll get to the other side here. The other side's a little good, but we're gonna whip through this. You know, Dallas is big and always will be a big soccer town. And two stars in the state of Texas will help, also ambassador for the sport. You know about Mia Hamm and all what she did in the Olympics and her soccer accomplishments. By the way, she's from Wichita Falls, just so you know. Let's not forget Kyle Rote Jr. Yes. Remember the Dallas Tornadoes? Yes. Saw a few of the games back when I was a kid. And Kyle Rote Jr., who, by the way, son of well-known football great Kyle Rote Sr., kind of brought soccer into the forefront in Dallas. And that's where it's America and all that. And you see all the jerseys and what he wore and a couple of soccer balls. And of course, like I said, if you do well in a sport, you get a Wheaties box. There you are. Let's go. Basketball. And then I'm looking, this is a little collection of a bunch of players that played the sport here in Texas. Rolando Blackman, when the Dallas Mavericks first having success. Rolando Blackman was there and he was doing work. And then you see Cheryl Schroot, who played for Texas Tech, also played for the Houston Comets, and Houston Comets had like 3 back-to-back titles. Of course, that franchise is no longer around, but a lot of history there. And Akeem Green Olajuwon played for the Houston Rockets for many years, but let's not forget he also played for the Houston Cougars. And led the Houston Cougars to 3 straight Final Four appearances. They were on the doorstep of winning a Final Four back in 1983. They were just like a breath away from winning the Final Four. And then North Carolina State kind of killed that dream a little bit. You know that heartbreaker loss there, and let's not go through that. That was a killer time if you're a basketball fan in the Lone Star State. And they're showing off highlights there as well. Let's march over here, and there's much more stuff with other well-known basketball players that played in Texas. Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, let's not forget him. Clyde the Dry, Rolando Blackman, David Robinson, the Admiral. The Admiral, let's not forget him. He was on some good San Antonio Spurs teams. And Cheryl Schroot, let's not forget her. There she is. And, oh boy. We're almost running out. We got enough battery space here, but look, let me back up here. You know, a lot of football players have played in the state of Texas, and not necessarily all of them Dallas Cowboys. I mentioned Michael Carter. That's Michael Carter. That's his SMU uniform. Well, oh, there he is. LaDainian Thomason. Some thrilling years at TCU. And then he moved on. Had some thrilling years with the San Diego Chargers. That's his helmet and that's his jersey. I'm going to swing around over here. Highland Park High School. I'm going to back up a little bit here. Now, I will see Highland Park, as I call Highland Park and Richardson, on the final game of the high school season. But you look at some of the leather jackets and sweaters that people wore way back when. Kind of classic, kind of vintage. Yeah.
I went that high school.
Yes.
Our 40-year reunion is this weekend.
Oh my.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I'm old.
Oh, no. Hey, I had to ask you, when you went to high school, were you a cheerleader or a student or played in band or what were you?
I was just a regular kid.
You're just a student.
I was in the ROTC.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's some Army time then. That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
Thumbs
right.
up to you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. We're into the football section, and I mentioned Dallas Cowboys. First ever draft pick by the Dallas Cowboys. And the cornerstone of the Doomsday defense, Bob Lilly. And before Michael Irvin and before Des Bryant, Drew Pearson was the original number 88, and that's his jersey. Let me swing around here. And I mentioned,
It actually was painted.
and look at this. The triplets, the cornerstone of the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s. Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. The memories of the 90s when the Cowboys were rocking. And the Super Bowls, all were coming. Let me swing around the corner here, and of course there's more. Mel Renfro, safety for the Dallas Cowboys, and Randy White, the master. Wasn't Munster, it was the master. And there was some Heisman Trophy folks who won some Heisman trophies here. Tim Brown played for the Oakland Raiders and also Notre Dame, but he played his high school ball with Woodrow Wilson. And then Eric Dickerson, the Pony Express, him and Craig James, the Mustangs in the 90s, the success they had there. Billy Sims, he was a Texas kid, where he played his college ball in Oklahoma. And then right here, Earl Campbell. Those amazing runs they had, crushing, pounding defenders. There's no other running back like him. I mean, many running backs had that slashing style. He bruised people and made you feel it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is a well put together exhibit they got here. Look, Joe Green, Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, way back when, the Dallas Cowboys, this is the Cowboy Booster Club jacket. Nice looking jacket there, had the Dallas Cowboys original emblem on it. And you can see a lot of the groundwork of the Dallas Cowboys in the early 60s. Tom Landry and Tex Rapp. I think they're using this to dig up the ground for the Texas Stadium. And of course, the first real good quarterback the Cowboys ever had, Dandy Don Meredith. There you are. About a few years ago, they had an exhibit at the same spot. It was all about Tom Landry. You know, about not so much the coach, but also the guy, the father. Real put together exhibit there way back when. And of course, there he is. Oh boy, my vocals are about to go out. The guy that brought the first Super Bowl title to North Texas. the first quarterback. Actually, he brought another one as well. Roger Staubach. There he goes, number 12. Roger the Dodger, the way he scrambles and all that fun stuff. Now, I mentioned that they did an exhibit here all about Tom Landry. When you think of Landry, you think of the hat. Yes. Of course, we covered all the sports. We haven't covered baseball. And this state is dripping with baseball history. Whether it's collegiate or pro. And the University of Texas, I think they won more College World Series titles than any other team in Texas. And you look at Roger Clemens. And Roger's, he was a fireballer pitcher. You look at his jersey, that's his shoes. Of course, he was a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox when he started. And then, speaking of fireball, Nolan Ryan. And he was born in Texas, but his best years were with the Houston Astros, when he played for the Astros. And that, in my opinion, is the nicest looking jersey you ever want to see. And then Nolan Ryan's cap. And of course, we'll talk about the Texas Rangers later on, but Rangers came to town in 1972 from Washington. That's one of the original jerseys of the Rangers right there. Of course, Fort Worth Cats, that's the minor league team. That team has some history as well. Now let me swing you over to this wall, and it has all the history behind it. There's Roger Clemens, Jim Sundberg behind the plate. Had some great years with the Texas Rangers. Bobby Bragan. Now a lot of history with the Fort Worth Cats. And of course, let's move over here. Ernie Banks. Went to high school at Booker T. Washington, and he became a stellar performer for the Chicago Cubs. He's the guy that said, hey, let's play too. And Nolan Ryan played for the Astros. He also played for the Texas Rangers. And if you want to look at the Texas Rangers and Nolan Ryan, there's one event where Bo Jackson hit him in the mouth, but he kept on pitching. You gotta like that guy, about that guy. He is right there. And there's some action highlights of Jim Sundberg in action. Oh boy, you know, and let's back up a little bit. Golf. Lots of golf history in Texas. Babe Dickerson, First Lady, and she's done a lot of things, but golf is her claim to fame. Lee Trevino, ooh, what a guy. Don January, Tom Kite, Ben. You know, when you think of golf in the Metroplex, there's two names that pretty much puts it all together. Ben Hogan, and his name is all over the Colonial Golf Club in Fort Worth, and Byron Nelson, whose name graces a golf tournament here in Dallas. And when it comes to golf, Ben Hogan, Byron Nelson are two of the best. Oh, let's not forget Ben Crenshaw. We gotta give a lot of love, and Tom Kite as well. We gotta give a lot of love to all the golfing greats who made this state of Texas great. I'm not tired here, but let me back up. I'm going to show you something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Bowl titles the Dallas Cowboys have won. Could there be a 6th in the near future? Who knows? Heisman trophies? This state's won their fair share. Okay, Tim Brown, I mentioned him. That's his. Davey O'Brien, one of the best quarterbacks TCU has ever had. And the first Texan to win the Heisman west of the Mississippi. He was the first one, first Texan, and Doak Walker followed right by it. And there's a little list of all the Heisman Trophy winners that came from Texas. Look here. Davey O'Brien, Doak Walker, John David Crow, Earl Campbell, Billy Sims, by the way, Cooks, Texas, that's where he's from. Tim Brown, Andre Ware. Oh, goodness. We'll start all the way down. Brian Walker, Crow, Campbell, Billy Sims, Tim Brown, Andre Ware, Ty Detmer from San Antonio, Ricky Williams, Robert Griffith, RG3. We signed him back though a couple years ago on his NFL day. And the recent one, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, who by the way is now a wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if his career path led him to that.